All right. Happy Monday, everyone out there in Facebook world land. Got Alejandro here today, and I'm joined by the wonderful Shelly and wonderful Kathryn. Thanks for being here today, guys. Good to see you. So, we've been doing this for a while, and the awesome part is you guys drop comments in with a question, and sometimes we're not on for a couple more days to do like a follow-up. But you guys are oftentimes putting in some questions after a video, after we're watching a recording or something. So we are doing our best to try to get some follow-up with that. So that's really what today's focus, today's skill set is really all about. We did something a while back, I don't know how many weeks, maybe a week ago or something, about, yeah, is that about right? About, what's it like when someone asks, where's my mom? Have you seen my mom? And kind of really talking about unmet needs a little bit there. And then someone put in a question like something to the effect of, okay, but what do I say, right? So what's the tools that we can put in our toolbox that are going to be some phrases that we can go back to? So that's what we'll focus in on today. And we'll try to give you three. We'll see if we come up with some more, or maybe you guys have something that's working for you out there. And certainly taking into account that what works for you is what we suggest you go with. Sometimes I've talked to folks and they have their own thing that works with their mom or dad or whoever their person is that they're helping to provide some support and care for. So go with it. But certainly if you want to try some of these out, you're welcome to. But I need to look for my, you guys seen that thing that you guys see where that was? Did you watch me put it down somewhere?
Is it your cell phone or something else?
That's it, the phone. So I'll pause there because I don't really need my cell phone. Not that I don't keep track of time when I'm on here because who cares? We're live and I'll just keep going. There's no tape that's going to run out. So I'm going to have Kathryn, can you repeat the phrase you gave me?
Is it your cell phone or something else?
The cell phone or something else. So one of the phrases that you can try out is actually going with a this or something else. Now, if I'm asking for, have you seen my mom? Mm-hmm. That obviously needs to be tweaked a little bit. So how does that one sound, Kathryn? If I'm saying, hey, Kathryn, have you seen her around, my mom? She's somewhere around?
You're looking for your mom.
Yeah.
Is she going to be at home or here?
Oh, she's going to be, I think, at home. So we'll pause, Kathryn. Don't give him too much at once.
So the first skill, right, was a reflect back with the same words that you used, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In the form of a question.
So have you seen my mom? And Kathryn?
So you're looking for your mom.
So you're looking for your mom.
I didn't make it a question.
Right, you made it a statement from his question.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to say.
Because I know what I've seen happen before. So just say it back as a question to me, Alejandro, okay? Hey, have you seen my mom?
Have I seen your mom?
Yeah, I just asked you that.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, I want to know if you've seen my mom.
Okay.
We can get into, so there's a difference between you're looking for your mom and then asking me if I just asked you that question.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. I got confused myself with the terminology. So the idea is the reflect back is a statement, not a question, which we all do.
You got it. So we'll chalk that as a step one, right? The first tool you can have coming out of your toolbox is a validation, and some people call it reflect or validation, but it's a statement back of what they asked. But truly, what Kathryn's bringing up is a fine-tuned point of it's not a question back; it's a statement back. It's giving their words back to them. So, but what does that do for you, Kathryn, if you get a real curveball and you give that statement back? What does it do for you as the person responding?
It gives me a chance to go like, oh shit. Oh, got to think. Okay. Sorry, I said that word. Oops. Yeah. I gotta think. That gives me some time to start thinking. How's my approach going to shift now?
So this for Kathryn is now, I mean, she's worked on a lot, right? We do it frequently and we're helping each other do it all the time. This idea of I get a question, and I just reflect back automatically, but Kathryn's actually in her prefrontal cortex working on, okay, what's my next step here? Am I trying this skill or this? So Kathryn then gave a this or something else, a this or a that. And actually, those are two separate things. But why two options, Kathryn, instead of something that's broader?
Well, I'm thinking I can work with either one of those. And well, really for the person living with dementia, we try really to only give them two choices, because bigger than that,
Too big.
It's too much for processing.
Yeah. So really it's kind of streamlining two choices. And I will say, even with me in distress, I've noticed it's super helpful for me to get just a one thing or something else, or this, you want to go this place first or that place first. And it's like, well, I got to do 10 total. But if you just give me the first couple, then I can make a choice and we can probably move forward somewhere else. Mm-hmm. So finding a this or that makes sense. And this is where some of our suggestions will need some fine tuning by you guys out there trying this thing out. Mm-hmm. Because the tricky part now is, yes, Kathryn has the skill to do this or that. She actually had to take in what I was asking, figure out where we are, figure out where she might be or he might be. And that's a lot, but some of that has to come from you guys out there, which will give you this kind of tool, and then you can go and figure out where exactly you need to tweak it to, mm-hmm. which little bit you need to put on the screwdriver, if you will. Mm-hmm. So Kathryn gives me that this or that, and it could be, ooh, do you need to do something with her, or you just want to be with her? Mm-hmm. Was that?
That's what I was just Kathryn? Thinking, Alejandro. I was just thinking.
Oh, you guys are working too much together.
You would think we plan these a lot more, but we don't. We kind of show up and say, Shelly, can you connect us? And yeah, but true. Yeah. So the idea of, so do you just want to be with her, or do you need to do something? Mm-hmm. Why those two options, guys? What do you think? And out there in Facebook world, what are you guys thinking as well? Because this is for you too.
Yeah. Well, I think one is more of an emotional connection. I want to feel connected as a person. And the other one is an activity or something that I did, or I want to do, but I don't remember, maybe I don't remember what it is, or I just need a little prompting to say, yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I also noticed that actually with both emotional activity, there's purpose and meaning in both. Mm-hmm. There's value in both, but teasing out what that unmet need is, whether it's just there's connection in both, but what kind of connection? It starts helping my healthy brain, hopefully, to start digging deeper and getting more curious to really be able to figure out what the real need is and what will relieve the distress, even if it's low, that's laying underneath of when somebody says, I'm looking for my mom, or I want to go home, or I got to get out of here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the ideas are really starting to recognize what the unmet need could possibly be. And you may need to whittle it down even more. Because if Kathryn chooses, I need to be with her, and that, then I got to go, now I'm thinking, are you lonely? Is there pain? What is the unmet need here? Because what we do as human beings is actually driven by what's going on with us emotionally, spiritually. There's not just stuff coming up for no reason, right? There is a why behind.
Right. And Karen Ann just asked us a question. She said she has a gentleman who almost daily asks, have you seen my mom? But he needs his wife. Oh. So what advice, please?
Cool. So I would try, and I don't know how you know mom is wife, but that's just a curiosity piece for me, I think. Mm-hmm. So if I was to say, Kathryn, so have you seen my mom? Is she around?
So Alejandro, you're looking for your mom.
Yeah.
Tell me more about her. Is she?
Oh, dang. So pause, because Kathryn now threw out our third one, right, which could be tell me more about it. Now this one is a little bit different because this is a more open one. Mm-hmm. So Kathryn, when would you use that one? That tell me more about it. What kind of things do you know about the person when you ask them that part?
Well, exactly. I'm hoping that I would be in an environment when I'm interacting with someone, or I know at least something, a little bit as much as I possibly can about that person. So I can figure out, do they think they're older or younger? What do they look like? How tall are they? Do they have dark hair or light hair? Do they have an accent? I mean, I'm just throwing spitball in here, but
Yeah.
Right.
so I can figure out, oh, is he looking for his mom or his wife? So what's the emotional thing he's wanting from his wife?
Yeah.
Right.
That she is actually can actively provide.
Right. And if they know, I mean, if the team knows it's his wife, then they can ask some different questions.
Yeah. And the tell me more about it, right, would be actually me being really curious. So tell me more about her or mom, or I mean, that idea, but using it when I'm not in a language frustration area, probably when I can actually communicate probably that fairly easily, or to the point where you can actually figure out what I'm trying to say fairly well, to then probably come in with a this or that or something else. So we want to think about using those three. And so there's a reflect, there's a this or that, this or something else, or there's a tell me more about it or her, because we can often substitute mom for something else the person is asking about frequently, or it comes up over and over again. Yeah, so trying those out a bit, but also maybe assessing what the unmet need is and going back and checking kind of the human needs that we have. So intake, and does he need a rest? Does he need to find someone to actually get energy out? What's the use of the bathroom been like recently? So there's a bit of those checks on things, to also just be curious and try something out with, but presenting it in a way that isn't confrontational. And I think that is more of what we're steering away from and proposing. Here are some tools that you can maybe flex and try out.
Right. And also if it happens at the same time every day, then we can all be prepared with
trying something else. Yeah. And so Shelly's right, starting to take note of the time. This is where our pack consultant skills really come in, and people who are familiar with the 6 pieces of the puzzle could have some ideas that maybe we just haven't thought of, because when I'm in the moment, as Kathryn said, I'm hoping my prefrontal cortex is really kicking into gear, but sometimes it doesn't. And I go back to just the habit that I've had. So truly, if you're trying some of these things out and you're not quite hitting the mark, or part of it works and you're like, man, I just need a little more, we do offer free consultations that start off at a half hour. And you can actually email consult at tpsnow.com. So definitely check it out there. We are looking to help and provide support with what you guys have. But let's go back to the tools for today, because it's easy to get lost in all the good ideas. So Kathryn showed us first a validation or reflect, but not a question, it's actually a statement back. The second one of, so are you wanting to be there, or do you just have to get something done? And so it's a this or that, or do you need to see her or just be with her? Something to do with her or something. So 2 options, or a tell me more about it, or tell me more about her could even work, so that, maybe it's an unmet need you're starting to figure out. And you may need to pull these back out again in rotation to try to get somewhere, to be somewhere. But a lot of folks will see this as redirection. And yes, there may be that place where we do something different than what the person was thinking we would do. However, what we're also doing is assessing what their unmet needs are, so that we can go somewhere together, versus here's what you want and I'm trying to pull off a magic trick over here off screen to get you to be here.
Hey, Alejandro, so you're looking for your mom. You want a cookie?
No. Is mom around?
You know what?
Did you see her?
It's time for activities. Maybe we'll look for her after activities.
I can't go there until my mom is here. I need to find her first.
Oh, you know what? She called. She can't make it. So I'll take you to her after activities.
Okay. And so I'll go away for how many minutes, do you think? And then I'll come back. Maybe. Yeah, because truly my unmet need probably hasn't been met. Or maybe it's been met temporarily. And maybe I do need some sense of security, and Kathryn can provide that for a short amount of time. But oftentimes we're looking for something deeper. So let us know what else you have questions on out there. It's super helpful when we get them from you, because then we can come back, and it may take a day or two, but we'll get back to you. So hopefully you're hanging out with us, and we will see you guys back tomorrow at 5
Yes.
as close to 5 as we can, 5-ish, a couple minutes after. But thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting whoever it is you're supporting, and hopefully you're giving yourself some support and asking for some support. So see ya. Thanks, everyone.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to help us spread Teeps's positive approach message around the world. And don't forget to click the bell to get notified when new videos are posted.